The wait is over. Falcon football is here. Get ready. It's time now for the CBS 7 pregame show. Brought to you by Vitex.
You guys were awesome. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to go right now to Sarah Holden and Charity Chambers. They're standing by to get our sports conversation started. I think Coach Kerrigan is with them as well. Sarah?
That's right, Tatum. We are just a few hours away from kickoff, but first, as always, we have a couple of questions for head coach Justin Kerrigan. Coach Kerrigan, last week the Falcons suffered their first loss, but it's early on in the season. Does a loss like that affect the mentality of the team at all?
Yeah, I hope not. The guys seem to bounce back this week. Spirits were high during practice. It was good to go in the locker room after the game and see that that hurt loss. Our guys don't expect to lose. We're not approaching this year like we're a new program that we're going to take a bunch of losses. So it was good to see that it hurt, but I thought they bounced back through the week.
And looking back at that tape and that footage that you saw from last week, looking at some of the mistakes that you made, what changes did you make in practice this week in order to prepare for this game that you have tonight?
Well, I think one is we got to get back to basics and tackling defensively. Offensively, we got to finish some drives. That's not really anything that you can simulate in practice. Our guys didn't go out and underperform intentionally last week. We just didn't execute real well, especially in the passing game. But you just go to practice every day. Spirits were good, and guys did well, so we'll see how we do tonight.
Okay, good luck to you tonight, Coach. Thank you, as always, for joining us. Joining me now is Charity Chambers, who has a look at the Mustangs head coach. Charity?
Yeah, so now this is head coach Adam Clark's 7th year with Western New Mexico University. Right now, he is ranked 3rd in the school's history for most. And of course, he's going to try to keep things going against the Falcons tonight. Now, this is the team's first year in the Lone Star Conference, but they did make waves in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference in 2014 when they broke 2 school records on offense. Now, that's the year where they scored the most points and gained the most yards in WNMU's history. Now, I think this is going to be a really great matchup considering it's WNMU's first year in the Lone Star Conference, and as we know, it's the Falcons' first football season ever, and they're in the Lone Star Conference, but head coach Adam Clark really only averages about 4 wins a season, so I think this is going to be a great matchup for the Falcons.
I think you're right. Thank you so much, Charity. Now let's send it back to Tatum Hubbard. Tatum?
Sarah, thanks so much. It is such an exciting time for West Texans and for sports fans with a college football program that really is exploding with excitement and success. Joining me right now is CB Notley. He is a longtime Odessan who has a really close connection to this UTPB football team. Your son, Trace, is one of the players on the team. How exciting is it to be able to watch him play college football at this level right here in his hometown?
Oh, it's very exciting. That first week, we really didn't know what to expect, and we came out here to tailgate, and we had trouble getting a parking spot. I mean, I was really excited about how the community embraced the program.
Yeah, it is so cool. He's a super talented athlete, went to Permian, number 11 in his graduating class, right? I know he had lots of opportunities athletically and academically for colleges. What made you guys decide together that this was the right spot for him?
Yeah, we sat down probably about 9 months ago, and he made a list of his colleges that he was interested in, and I don't mind telling you, UTPB was at the very top. He wanted to be part of building something, and he wanted to be able to look back and say, I was part of that first team, that first championship.
And he has leadership in his blood. I think that's one of the things that they are also able to develop by being at UTPB. As the inaugural program, they're leaders as well.
Correct. He was involved at Permian for 3 years and played all those years, so to come here is just a natural transformation.
I want to ask you this. I can't imagine what it's like to sit in the stands and watch your youngest son plays for Permian too, Andy. It's got to be a little scary. Injuries kind of come with it. Tell me a little bit about what that feels like as a dad in the stands.
Oh, bite your nails pretty much every time they snap the ball or kick the ball. And last night in Lubbock, Andy came off limping after the first play.
Yeah.
He was fine, but it's a natural part of the game.
And that leads us to Vitex are our good partners here. You guys have utilized their clinics, their specialties. Tell me what that's like to know that you have professionals in the area who can help when there's an issue, get your athlete back to tip-top shape.
Oh, it's extremely valuable to us, and as I mentioned earlier, the injuries are just part of the game, and everybody at Vitex, they know my boys by a first-name basis. They've been to see them. They treat them just like family. I nothing but good things to say about Vitex. They have helped my boys play football all these years.
Well, CB and I go way back. It is so much fun to watch your boys play football. I'm so glad they chose UTBB. Good luck tonight. Don't be nervous. They're going to be great.
All right.
Thank you, CB. Well, stay with us here on UTPB Falcon Game Day, presented by Vitex Rehabilitation and Sports Medicine. We have lots coming up, including tailgating. No experience is complete without tailgating. We have a live update straight ahead.
Welcome back to Falcon Game Day, presented by Vitex Rehabilitation and Sports Medicine. It wouldn't be football season without the tailgating. All day long, our team has been visiting the tailgates, and we have been seeing all of the food and the fun and the games. One of those tailgates is brought to us by the Medical Center Hospital. Charity Chambers joins us now with a look at their tailgate. Charity, can you tell us what's cooking?
Well, Sarah, today I am at the Medical Center Hospital's tailgate. Right now I'm here with Jackie, who is the Vice President of Communications and Marketing. Show us what's going on at you guys' tailgate today.
Well, Medical Center Health System is so proud to be a Falcons supporter and a Falcons sponsor. And our employees have been coming out in full force each home game to tailgate. So today we're serving sausage on a stick, and we're passing out health information and playing games with everybody who's coming by. So our employees have lots of spirit, and we love the Falcons!
Awesome. Let's see what you guys got. Now, I actually had a sausage on a stick earlier, and I have to tell you, it was delicious. It was really great. Now, I have to say, last week, our tailgaters were really loud. Can you guys get really loud for me? All right, now, Jackie, tell me, what makes your tailgate the best tailgate out here?
Our tailgate is the best because we have awesome employees who come out each and every week. We have great food. We have a great grilling team there in the back who loves to cook for the community. And we have the very best games. All of our employees love to play the games with everybody who comes by. We have Jenga and dominoes and cornhole, so it's a lot of fun.
So now tell me, will y'all be out here for every home game?
We will be. The next home game, I believe, is October 8th, which is homecoming. And so we'll definitely be here in full force.
All right, thank you so much, Jackie. We're having a lot of fun out here. Come out, get some great food, have a great time. Back to you, Sarah.
Still ahead on this live edition of Falcon Game Day, brought to you by Vitex Rehabilitation and Sports Medicine. We're visiting with the UTPB Twirlers. Stay with us.
Welcome back to Falcon Game Day, presented by Vitex Rehabilitation and Sports Medicine. You know, the band and the cheerleaders are such a big part of the game day experience. And let me tell you, just from the opportunities we have had to work with them on this live show, they work so hard, so many long hours. I'm joined now by one of the majorettes, one of the twirlers, Emily Ann. Thanks for being here with us today. How long have you been a twirler and part of the band program?
Part of the band, I started in 7th grade at Hector, and then I started twirling actually at age 3 competitively, so I've been doing it quite a while.
So it must have been very exciting for you to learn that the university in your hometown was going to have a marching band program, because that's where twirlers fit in, right?
Yes, ma'am. It's always been my dream ever since a little girl to be a part of the band and be one of the twirlers that other girls get to look up to.
And they do. You know, when we go to the games, you go for different things. A lot of the little girls like to watch the twirlers. Tell me a little bit about about how much work it takes for the entire band and for your team of twirlers as well?
Well, we do have practice every day. It's mandatory Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 12 to 1:30 outside on the field, which is very hot. And then Tuesdays, Thursdays, we're actually in the gym from 12 to 12:50. And then because we're having a new show next week, we've been putting in extra hours. So it's been tough.
It's very exciting. And what's your major in college?
Mechanical engineering.
Mechanical engineering. She's smart, she's talented, and so is the rest of the band. I am going to get out of the way and let them perform for us. Thank you so much. Please tell all your band members as well. We love having you as part of Falcon Game Day. Okay, here we go. Let's take a look at the UTPB Marching Band.
You can step in whenever you want. They're playing for a little bit, and then she's going to drop the package in like 30 seconds.
So we have to shoot smartly by creating and not getting down to the center right into the side.
So much talent. We love having them as part of our game day. We're also so excited to be partnering with Vitex Rehabilitation and Sports Medicine for all of our live Falcon Game Day shows. They are a big part of so many athletics programs all across West Texas. Although they offer physical therapy for everybody, all walks of life, all ages, they are also specialists when it comes to helping athletes achieve their greatest potential. So take a look at what we learned.
Faster, 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 on your toes. Quick, quick, quick. Vitex has been known primarily for its sports medicine, and we try to develop it into more than just sports medicine. You know, we work with ages from infant all the way up to geriatric patients. It's very important to us to get our name out there and to show people that we are physical therapy. Now lower, squat down, explode straight up. Good.
One of the things that we've always thought through the years is when we said physical therapy extra, we wanted something extra. Extra services, as in our sports medicine services, extra value, that you get more for your money when you come to Vitex. But another thing that we've thought about is exceptional outcomes. Quality outcomes, patient care, and that brings the patient satisfaction back.
So start with me here. We're going to start with 2 feet in, and we're going to go 1 foot out. And then 2 feet in and 1 foot out, okay? Each clinician can be an extraordinary physical therapist, and that comes with many aspects. You know, we pride ourselves on the extra part of customer service, which I think a lot of people miss out on today with newer technologies and less face-to-face time in the public. It's important to us to have that customer service so that patients feel welcomed here and feel that home and friendly environment. Good. How's that feel? Good. Okay, let me show you the difference. Let's take this off now.
For some people, it's achieving goals. I mean, it may be the 16-year-old that tore up their knee on the football field, the 16-year-old that tore up their shoulder pitching a baseball that wants to go to college someday, helping them achieve that avenue of success.
What we have found is that before there was a presence of athletic trainers in West Texas, people would have to travel long, long distances to get things they need. In the Permian Basin and Odessa Midland area, that is not the case anymore. Services can be rendered here locally, people can stay home if they need things. It's been a win-win situation for everyone.
Welcome back to Falcon Game Day, brought to you by Vitex Rehabilitation and Sports Medicine. Today's key player is freshman cornerback Christian Weaver. Flying in the secondary, Weaver has been seen forcing the receiver to drop catches, but no one to pass to. You have Weaver to thank with his great coverage with 7 tackles, a fumble recovery, and 5 broken up passes under his belt. Keep this freshman from Texas City in your sights tonight. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this short break.
Welcome back to Falcon Game Day, presented by Vitex Rehabilitation and Sports Medicine. Our next guest is Dr. Mark Eilers. He is an orthopedics surgical specialist and the team physician for UTPB. Thanks so much for being here with us. You have a really long and exciting history with sports teams. Tell me a little bit about your background with athletics.
I did a fellowship last year at Tria Orthopedics up in Minneapolis, where we covered all manner of athletics from high school to University of Minnesota, hockey and their sports, as well as professional teams like the Minnesota Twins and the Wild hockey team.
Now, you know a lot about athletes and the injuries that are probably inevitable with any sports. Tell me about your role with the UTP Athletics.
We're here, basically, we work with Gary and the athletic training staff, and we're here to make sure there are any injuries on and off the field that they think needs to have further workup, that we're here to provide that coverage for the athletes to give them the best care possible.
And so you are one of the new associates with Basin, correct?
That's correct.
So tell me a little bit about your decision to move to West Texas and become part of this inaugural season. It has to be exciting.
It is exciting, and it's an honor to be part of UTPB's inaugural year. The whole way I came about to being down here was I went to orthopedics residency with Brad Deerstead, who's one of my partners, and he started talking to Steve Riley a few years back about coming down here, and he loved it. He's been here for about 2 years, and he called me up about a year ago and said, hey, you got to come down here. So my wife and I came down to visit, and the rest is history. We fell in love with the area.
It's a great team. When people hear orthopedic surgeon, what does that mean? What do you do?
We treat all manner of musculoskeletal diseases. We don't just treat sports injuries. We treat everything, joint replacements, shoulder injuries, knee injuries. We focus on sports injuries, such as we might see in the football field, like knee injuries and whatnot, but we really treat everything from the head to toe, just any orthopedic injury.
I know you guys work closely with Vitex. We're grateful for the partnership. I know you guys are too. Thanks for being with us today and being part of the West Texas team.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
You'll be on the sidelines today for the game?
Absolutely.
Go Falcons, right?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for being here with us. Stay with us. Everybody wants to know about the weather, and we'll have an update coming up next.
Let's take a look at the Doppler radar first off and see what is going on as we are looking at, again, scattered showers and thunder showers continuing for parts of West Texas. Looks like everything, though, is staying off to the southwest and east of Ratliff Stadium right now, as we are looking at most of the shower thunderstorm activity missing us. We saw a little bit of shower activity earlier today. Now there is some light rain trying to move in from the southwest, so we're going to see some of these clouds, maybe a few sprinkles in here over the next 30 minutes or so, moving in close to Odessa. But so far the thunderstorms have been staying off to the east. Zoom in a little bit closer here at Ratliff Stadium, and again seeing this area of light rain, maybe a few clouds here trying to move off to the northeast. So keep that in mind, as we'll maybe be dealing with that for the first part of the game, but right now not looking at too much in the way of thunderstorm activity. So take a look at our live eye cam pointing towards Ratliff Stadium, seeing some of the clouds. Plenty of sun out there too right now, 84 degrees with a light northwest wind. Humidity levels are up a little bit, so we're going to keep an isolated shower, maybe a rumble of thunder in your forecast coming up for the game tonight. For your Falcon forecast, showing you temperatures for kickoff around 82 degrees. Can't rule out an isolated shower, thunder shower. They may pick up a little bit later on after halftime, where we'll be about 78 and 74 by the fourth quarter. So a little bit more in the way of scattered shower, thunder shower activity, and heavy rain is not out of the question as the latter part of the game starts to come to us there, as we're going to see some gusty south and southeast winds too in the forecast, but overall looking pretty good for the game coming up. Just watch out for an isolated thunderstorm or two.
I have to say, Saturdays have become one of my favorite days because this is so much fun to be part of Falcon Game Day. I'm here with Sarah and with Charity. We're going to talk a little bit about tonight's game, who's going to win.
I, of course, have UTPB winning. My guess for this one, I think it's going to be a close game, though. 20-17, maybe. That's my prediction for
Okay. Charity?
I'm going to go with the Falcons as well. I'm actually going to say 21-17. I'm going to go with that. It's going to be close.
Might be close. It's going to be a great game. I want to let you know that tonight at halftime, 65 little twirlers will be part of the festivities. It's going to be so fun. Come on out. Tailgating is going on now. It's a great environment. We're going to get out of the way and let the band take it away. Ladies, fun working with you tonight. Thanks. Thanks for joining us. Here comes the band. Falcons up.